Softr has just released a brand new redesign. It greatly improves the aesthetics of the portals that you can build with Softr, and out of the box, you get really great UI defaults for elements such as charts, Kanbans, tables, lists, and so on. But the feature that I'm most excited about is the new navigation bar and how it looks on mobile together with all the other elements. In this video, I'll show you how you can use the new Softr UI to create a mobile portal for shipment management and inventory QC. We'll also add to it AI document processing to help you convert third-party documents into actionable data. Stick around. Hi, this is Greg from Business Automated, and on this channel we help you save time and money by automating your business workflows. If you are new here, consider subscribing to get the latest updates, or even joining our channel to get a wide range of membership-only perks. So I'll talk about the use case for this internal portal that we have built and then show you some tests how it works in practice. And then later I will move on to the technical side, how this was set up inside of Airtable and Softr, as well as what is the integration that we use to scan the AI documents. So moving first to the use case, this is a logistic company that received shipments from different locations. So here you can see on the calendar, there is the list of all the shipments that are scheduled. There are also some comments that you can attach to those specific shipments. This is also a new feature that looks really well with the new Softr redesign. And here on the side, you can see that we are already using the new navigation bar. And here inside of the folder, we have different views for those shipments. So this company would be having shipments that are in transit. And you can see that we're also using the new container tab, which allows us to have tabs that have different filtering depending on the status. So here we have only shipments that are pending QC. Here we have shipments that are only awaiting transit. Here we would be able to mark them as received, add a date, and add a document that would contain list of equipment, which we will later scan using or process into data using AI. Now the shipments that are here in QC, we can also be filtering them by shipment type, by carrier, and so on. All the items here are clickable, so once you click on the site, you will have the detail page together with like specific list of equipment that belongs to that specific shipment. And in our case, we'll get this list directly from the scanned document. And once we go over to the equipment, this is the part when you can see only the equipment that is pending QA. Once we click on pending QA, you can see, for example, shipment number 6. We can grade this item and add additional comments, say pass. And this way we get those items out of the pending QA list. Now here we also have list of the team with different functions within the QC department or receiving and other functions. And then finally at the bottom, we can also have within this navigational tab, we can have also a submenu that could be visible, for example, only to some of the employees with projects and so on. So let's take a look how receiving of that shipment would look on a mobile device. All right, so on our list of shipments, we are looking for the shipment that has just arrived. So let's say this is shipment number 9. So here we will click mark as received. We would set the date for today. And here we would add the document that was attached with the shipment. Here we have taken picture of the document. You can see that this is uploading. And now we click received. You can now also see inside of Airtable that this specific shipment was changed to received, and we have also gotten a picture over here that contains this specific document. And you can also see that this is not a perfect quality, so this will also give you an idea how it works. So the moment this is uploaded here, we have an automation in the background. At the moment, I'm just starting this manually for the sake of testing it. And you can see that this one is inside of received state. And right now the automation using OpenAI is processing the image. And you can see that the new equipment has been added over here. And we altogether have 15 different items. The shipment has been changed to pending QC. And you can see that we have also 15 different items. You can see that it has recognized the names of the equipment as well as serial numbers. So for example, Siemens 6622, Siemens 662282. So it was very good at recognizing those numbers. Okay, so let's move on back to our mobile application. So here, the shipment is already gone from the list. You can see that it has moved into pending QC. So now we will move over to the equipment. And now on our list, you see that we have the shipment number 9 that has been added to our QC list. So here we could go basically item by item, and we could add the grading for this specific product, all the items, add necessary weight, dimensions, and so on, add comments, and once we are happy with this, mark this as fail, pass, completed, or even we could have just one single button that would change the status over here. And this way we could work through all the items on the shipment, or we could look out a specific item from the list to specifically grade this item. All right. And this way, the equipment pieces will end up on the pending QA page when the QC team can evaluate the items here. So now let's quickly look at how is this built behind the scenes. So we are using Airtable for this project, but you can be using many other data sources with Softr. You can be using Google Sheets, or you can be even using SQL databases if you have a really big amount of data. The team table, it's the table that we are also using as users inside of Softr. So here inside of users, these would be the people that have access that can log into our portal. And another element based on the roles over here, whether it's employee or manager, we can also set up user groups within Softr that determines what pages are visible to who. Now, going forward, we also have a list of shipments, and you can see that this is where we would have statuses for all the different shipments and more information about where those shipments are coming from and so on. And here, this is where we would be also uploading the file. So what you have seen on the mobile version, this is where the file would be landing. So here we can also do a copy paste for the next test. And once you press the button, this would be changed into receiving state, and this ends up in the view over here from which we would be extracting the data. And I'll come back to this in a second. Once that data is extracted, that data ends up in a table that contains equipment. And here you can determine what sort of properties you need to gather for your assets, whether it's dimensions, weight, or many other parameters that you would like. Next table, we are also having customers, which are related to shipments. And finally, this is a table that would gather all the internal comments that would be added on the records. So you can see the comments here would be the comments that would be added here under the record. Now, let's go back to how we solve the document scanning. So on that specific shipment, now we have this new shipment that has been received, doesn't have any equipment attached to it, and here we have this file with the document. So for that, we could trigger this in two ways. We could trigger this through an automation, or we could use a scheduled make scenario. So here I'm using a scheduled make scenario that would fire every 15 minutes or every 1 hour. And what this scenario does, it basically passes this into OpenAI. And here we are using the 4.0 model. Inside of the developer system prompt, we are adding a little bit information about our business and what we expect from the assistant, which is return information from the documents, serial numbers, and the name. We could specify more documents that we would like. And what is important, we also provide it with a JSON structure so that we can get data in a structured form back. Here, as the user prompt, we only ask to extract data from the equipment that is visible. Here we provide the file, and this is important element once you turn on the advanced settings to select the JSON. And the next steps over here, we are basically parsing the JSON, iterating over all items, and creating the items inside of Airtable. Once this is done, we update the status in Airtable and change this to be pending QC. I think this was a quite nice way of utilizing Softr on a mobile device, and I think with this new redesign, it is making it really practical to be using Softr for this kind of mobile factory floor project. So yeah, let me know how you liked it. Let me know your comments, and as always, have a fantastic rest of your day, and good luck automating your projects.